events until now which happened in your case?
Louder. Well, I've been in my industry for the last 17 years, and the thing is that I've got a very, very good name from my colleagues, people who have worked with me, and also from the general public, and also my fans. I got a name as Mr. Clean, as a person who till now I don't have a gossip, being in the film fraternity, and to get such a name and to be loved by so many people, there's a lot of sacrifices that I had to do in order to get such a good name. And when it came to my marriage, I always thought that it should be someone I should get married to whom my parents selected. The reason being very simple. It's my way of saying, okay, fine. My job profile, it's 80% of the time I'm going to be outdoors, traveling, working. So I thought my better half, whoever I'm going to get married to, she must gel well with the family, and she must, be a part of the family. So I always thought if my parents selected a girl that they liked, and the girl liked them in return, let's say 90% of my problem is solved. And being in this film, industry, I meet so many people every day. I meet at least 20 new people, and I get to travel so many different locations. So adjusting to a new person is never an issue, because everyone does have their own plus points and minus points. So I thought, even I do have my own plus points and minus points. So I thought, okay, fine, if someone is going to live with me, I would appreciate their plus points, and if they did have some minus points, ignore it, because no one is perfect. So keeping all this under consideration, I got married to a person whom my parents thought would be an ideal girl for the family, an ideal person for me. And before I got married to this person, I met her 5 times before I got engaged to her. I explained the difficult aspects of being a celebrity's wife, that for example, our schedules are very fluid. I told her, in fact, these are the very words I told her. Maybe I would say I would be taking out for a movie at 6 in the evening, but at 5:59 the programs would change due to certain unfold or unseen events. Maybe my shot was not canned. Maybe we need to extend the day shooting. So you should be in a position where you can adjust to any kind of situation. And also the way I was brought up. Once work is over, I go back home. Once from work, I go back home, and that's it. And then again from home, it's back to work. That's how I lived all my life. And there's a lot of things. I'm very God-fearing, so I've got a lot of temples, and hardly been outside. So when I told this to my better half, she also said this is the way she was brought up, and this is how even her parents have been very strict with her in their upbringing. So I thought, okay, maybe we are two birds in a golden cage, brought up in the same environment, so adjusting to each other would not be a problem. But after marriage, things were a lot different, and it was not as what was told to me. So differences cropped up. We had small petty issues. Petty issues, I mean, issues like, which I told her, these things would not be appreciated way before I got married. Those are the issues that was brought up. So at that time, when all these things came up, I thought, I never knew what the reason was, but now everything's falling in place. The reason I got married in arranged marriage was because here in South India we have a lot of rituals, and we have a lot of things where we celebrate every event, every every occasion is an event where we have a lot of, for example, when it's Diwali or Deepavali or it's called a Tala Diwali in South India, and it's such a big event for a newly married couple. It's a first Diwali, and it's always celebrated with such gaiety. But in my case, that's not been. I was not even given the proper respect as a son-in-law. Sounds strange, but that's how it's been. And the way the indifference that's been carried out by my better half and their family has always been a cause of worry and pain. Anyway, to cut it short, things got things were a lot difficult, and her total time that she spent in her house was 119 days, and the time I think we spent together was 45 days. Crazy 45 days, I would say. A lot of highs and lows. Then she developed a dermoid cyst, and the doctors advised the couple should not be together, otherwise it can endanger the life of the mother and child, because we just got to know that she's conceived. So she said, I wanted to go to my mother's house for a time. We said okay, fine. She left, and after that we had a lot of strange events, like suddenly the press is carrying out in a publication that I tried to murder my wife. That was very shocking, and wall posters were hanging all around town saying that that I tried to murder my wife. And what was more hurting was there was no reaction from that girl or her family, because basically when someone talks about your son-in-law or your husband, you would come out crying saying that there's something bad written about us, when there are no such issues happen. Why people are trying to split us apart or split the family apart. But all the crazy reasoning I got back was that you only told, if somebody writes in press, if somebody gossips, you should not react. I told, if someone writes about me and someone else, don't react, but never told that if someone writes about us, not react. Either you could have gone to the publication and said, who has given you this false news, or you could have spoken to me at least and said, okay, someone's trying to split us up, what's happening? But none of that ever took place. And then my birthday came on April 6th. There was not even a wish from the side. And the best part is that family is living only down the road. One street away is where they are living. So they could just use this birthday as an excuse and come and met up with us and solve whatever issues there were. If they really genuinely the girl wanted to live with me, she could have done everything under the sun. They could have come and, meeting us was not a problem at all, because it's just a street away. Even that was not done. Then, unfortunately, I didn't see my son, growing up in his early pregnancy, the trimester stages, the first trimester, second trimesters, and then it's such a feeling to see your wife pregnant and being next to her. I had a dream of living a lovely marital life where I would be supportive to my wife during her pregnancy days, and being a part of this movie industry. I've seen so many movies where the husbands would give the wife, helping them out. I missed out on those glorious days,